Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining me today. So I'm in my Model S. This is my 2015 Model S, Tesla Model S. And I've owned this for about 3 years. And this car has a really unique and very cool feature, and that is it has free unlimited supercharging for the life of the car. It even stays with the car if it's sold to someone else, for example. I'm the second owner of this vehicle, so it transferred to me when I bought the vehicle, and so it's been awesome. We've actually taken this on road trips quite a bit. Probably, I don't know how much free supercharging use I've used, but it feels like it saved me several $1,000s in supercharging fees, on top of whatever all the gas savings is. I haven't had to pay for gas, so it's really cool. One downside to this car having free supercharging is a 2015. It has the older charging hardware. This will only charge up to like 75 kilowatts per hour when it charges, so those new 250 kilowatt chargers that Tesla has, this can't take advantage of it. It seems recently that Tesla has kind of throttled it down, and I was talking to him, and it seems like it's because if supercharging tries to protect the battery at all costs, and so it will sacrifice speed to help protect the battery. So an older car, if it's sensing some kind of something with the battery, it'll do slower charging speeds. And so even though this has free supercharging, it's harder and harder to take on road trips, because it has to charge for longer. It doesn't have the range. When this was new, it had like 255 miles of range. Now the range is like maybe 220 max. So it has gone down a little bit range-wise, but the fact that it can't charge at the 250 kilowatt chargers is kind of a downside. So it's not as valuable of benefit as I always thought it would be, because it just takes longer to charge, doesn't have the range. And so I always thought it'd be cool if Tesla would offer the ability to transfer this free supercharging from this car to a new car that has the newer hardware, the new charging hardware, the latest technology, the full self-driving computer and things like that. And so as of just a couple days ago, so end of October 2023, Tesla just announced something that I've been waiting for a long time since I've owned this car, and that is that if you buy a car and take delivery after October 20th, 2023, and it has to be before the end of the year, December 31st, 2023, if you take delivery of a new car, a new S, X, or Y in that time frame, I can transfer the free supercharging from this car to a new Tesla. I called up Tesla last quarter, so I guess it was quarter 3, 2023, when Tesla was doing the full self-driving transfers. If you had full self-driving on your car last quarter, if you bought a new car, it would transfer to a new car. I called them up then and said, hey, is there any chance you guys would do full the supercharging, free supercharging transfer to a new car? They're like, no, we would never do that. That's something we'll never do, and so, don't even think about it. So I'm like, okay, the supercharging with this car will just die with this car when it dies, and that'll be it. But Tesla just announced that I can transfer it, and I was super excited to see, guys, that it can be to a Model Y, because I would probably order the Model Y, and the reason why is because it's eligible for the U.S. federal tax credit. The Model S, and basically the X, you can't order any option on the X. I need at least a 6-seat vehicle because I have 4 kids, and my wife and I have 4 kids. And so if we're going somewhere, we need at least 6 seats. This car, this Model S, has the rear jump seats in the back, so this is actually a 7-seat vehicle, but it is limited in the height, and so it is harder for my kids. I only have one kid that can fit in the trunk of this car now, and so it's kind of becoming more limited on how much space we have in here and the ability to even take this on a trip. And so it's awesome that Tesla has this new program, guys. So I want to read some of the terms and conditions of this. There's a few requirements. One is your car has to have full self-driving, which this does. I do not have to sell or trade this car into Tesla. They'll just strip that software feature off and put it onto the new one. So it's not like I have to get rid of the car. The car just won't have free supercharging anymore. That'll be on the new car. Which having a Model Y right now, I always thought, like, man, if I could transfer the existing supercharging from this car to my Model Y, it'd be awesome, because it's a longer range, charges super quick. It's just better all around. And so the fact that I can get a Y is pretty cool. Also, one thing with this transfer is it will not transfer with the Y. So this the new car that I buy, S, X, or Y, once the supercharging is transferred from this car to that car, it won't transfer again in the future, which I'm fine with that. I know that is a selling feature if I could transfer it, but to have a Model Y or an S or an X, a brand new one that has free supercharging for the life of the car, that's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool benefit, and I'm pretty excited that that's an option now. And so I'm shopping for a new car, ordering a new car from Tesla. So I want you guys to stay tuned to see what I order. I'm going to go through the details, the build tool, show you exactly what I'm going to order for this new car. Even though I have 4 vehicles at my house, we have 2 drivers, my wife and I, we have 4 vehicles right now. I'm adding a 5th vehicle, and I got to decide which one I'm going to get rid of to replace that. But guys, this is some cool news from Tesla. You know, if you don't have free supercharging on your car right now, it's not that big of a deal. But one thing you could do, guys, check this out. One thing I even thought of doing is if I wanted to keep the free supercharging on this car, you can find an older Model S or X. So it'd have to be like a 2012 to 2016 Model S or X. Some of those still have the free supercharging on the cars. If you bought one of those cars right now and then buy a new Tesla, I know it's buying 2 cars, but then you could buy a new Tesla, transfer that supercharging onto that new car, and then sell the older one that you had bought. That's a way that you could get free supercharging on a new vehicle. So that's kind of a cool, that'd be something cool to think. I even thought about that, like, because there was one on, I was bidding on one on eBay recently that was sold for like $14,000, a Model S that had a ton of miles on it, but it can't be a salvage title, it can't be wrecked vehicle, so the vehicle can't be like, you know, compromised in any way like that. So that's one thing to consider. But yeah, you find like a high mileage one, it still has a free supercharging benefit on it. You can buy that and then maybe transfer it to the new car. So that's maybe a way you could get, because free supercharging is a cool benefit, because if it's for the life of the car, you know, road trips, traveling day to day, let's say you're using your car as an Uber, right? If you're an Uber driver or delivery driver, or you drive a ton, that benefit can be worth thousands of dollars a year. And over the life of the car, you know, if you keep the car 8-10 years, that's that could be worth quite a bit of money. And so I think it's a cool benefit that Tesla's allowing this one-time transfer of free supercharging in a new car. So guys, stay tuned to the channel. I'm going to go through a full video on what I'm ordering and why and how, and the whole ordering process, delivery process. So stay tuned to the channel, guys. Thanks for watching the video. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks.